Poetry and Song Lore, Part 1. Flesh cut from bone, a pirate song. If then you see it glitters bright, then take it for your own. Pile the corpses to a height to make a pirate throne. For what's made weak is ours to break, and what's ill-guarded ours to take. Just flesh to cut from bone, more flesh to cut from bone. If they try to lock the gates, we'll burn the whole damned town. They'll bring their guards and magistrates, and then we'll cut them down. For what's made weak is ours to break, and what's ill-guarded ours to take. Just flesh cut from bone, more flesh to cut from bone. They'll bring their soldiers by the score to drive us from their lands, but we will have 100 more in our brave pirate band. For what's made weak is ours to take, and what's ill-guarded ours to break. Just flesh to cut from bone, more flesh to cut from bone. And if they cry for mercy, then we'll answer them with steel. For pity's made for other men, we'll grind beneath our heel. For what's made weak is ours to break, and what's ill-guarded ours to take. Just flesh to cut from bone, more flesh to cut from bone. Ode to the Tundra Striders. O mighty Tundra Strider, how you and your mighty tusked beasts silhouette against the great orange expanse. Thundering footsteps herald your herd, man and beast, blazing trail together. One in nature, each relying upon the other, more than just man and beast, but equals who need one another to survive. How I long to run across the tundra in their mighty wake. That would truly be my greatest honor. The morning would be spent gathering dyes to paint our mammoths, and then carve the fiercest images into their tusks. Then it would be time for the skeever hunt. Our clubs would rain down upon the rat pests, smashing the life out of them. In the evening, we could sit around the campfire, and I would regale those nearby with songs of their majesty and grace. They would let me sample some of the mammoth's cheese, a food so foul yet with healing properties so great. We'd snack upon the roasted skeever we'd freshly caught the day before, lying under the stars to sleep. I'd slowly fade to dream, nested in the radiating heat of mammoth fur, its cold-resisting properties keeping me snug. What a grand time we would have. By unknown. Proper Life. 3 chants. Marching songs of the Alessian order. The Archmonk's Dream. To sleep, to dream of Tamriel, unsullied by Annuel. Man-ape Tellus, Maruk guide us. What child of man could fail to be in bliss if none were elven free? Man-ape Tellus, Maruk guide us. We willingly march to heed your call, devoted, pious one and all. Man-ape Tellus, Maruk guide us. Your mandates we embrace. The song never sung at twilight. That is not cruel which cures. O faith, charity, rigor, by faith true heart endures. O hope, clarity, vigor, 77 shall guide us. O praise, honor, and duty, Alessia lives inside us, and truth is one with beauty. The 43rd Praise Song of Alessia. My very inner organs swell when I am called upon to tell of glory in expunging taint, in honor of our blessed saint. Alessia, all praise to her, who freed men from the hated myrrh. Thrice blessed are those who emulate her sanctified, uplifting hate. This, never that. This, never that. Song of the Escelde Men. 50 nights from home I lost the woke, upon a sky-flung cliff in Hallmarch hold. Though my flesh had died and gone to ground, my vision went on from body unbound. Winking there in the vale whence I came, this dead man's eyes saw pale flame. Where men the same who took life away sung high their battle glory and praise. Wafting went I, a shade or a white, through stoic pines pitched ink of night. Here I came upon the pyre-burning throng, I heard carried on wind's wings their song. Sing high and clear, bandsmen born of sky, let Sovngarde hear and join our cry. These honoured dead shed blood upon the fen, ending orc and elf and traitor men. Your spirit went into and filled their heart, you sped them to glory, hail spirit Wolfheart. Then oil from urns fed greedy flames, burning what few my legions and I slayed. Wordlessly they chanted then until dawn, every flake of ash gathered ere they marched on. Swept along unseen, so too went I, meekly haunting these children of the sky. Tirelessly they went, over hearth and hill, exhaustion seemed only to spur them still. Unflagging they went, a whirl of rage, soon finding our camp bloated with prey. My dead heart ached, for I knew men within, doomed, never knowing how close was their end. Again the Nord chest swelled up in refrain, I screamed unheard and wept with horror plain. Hear us, our ancestor, Ash King, Ysmir. Honor this war bland as we glory repair. Those dead to whom you spoke and heard, we bear them upon us your valor conferred. And so it was, to the man each was smeared with ash of a brother's bone, blood and beard. These ashen brutes, the Escelde men, set to gruesome task each bowstring bent. I bellowed then a cry of desperate rage, a futile howl among those men, an empty page. Yet one elder turned and unblinking stared into the vapor soul of me, his nostrils flared. He bellowed ancient words, his beard aflame, and my vision fell away. Peace at last came. The Battle of the Glenumbrian Moors. Who took up their arms that winter dawn? Who to Glenumbria came, to raise their hand against tyrants stand, and to die in freedom's name? Who stood on the field upon that hour? Who answered Durrani's call? Men Breton-born all came that morn to defend the land for all. Rise, rise to freedom, rise, arise, ye Breton sons and daughters, ride, ride, to freedom ride, truth and glory to the brave. And when the battle it was joined, Alessians 3-1, the sky lit bright with magic's light, and with it magic it was won. For all they stood on blessed ground, whence all her power came, the rocks would yield what might they wield, and all in Durrani's name. So children of this Breton land, ye best remember well, all those for who high rock stood, Brian, Ancos, Riel, men of the north, all who stood forth, till all oppressors fell. I hope you've been enjoying these lore readings, and if you have, please do consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks for watching.